All right, for this drill, we're going to learn to start relaxing those low back muscles, those lumbar paraspinals that get chronically cranked on for creating stability in low back during intense exercise. And we're going to start learning some strategies to take over instead of using pure lumbar paraspinal contraction there to create stability in the core. So things like back squats and deadlifts, we're going to use that low back to help create stability, but we can use other methods and means of creating tension and stability in that core that won't require so much of that low back to do so much of the work for us. Now, regardless, we can use this drill to start learning what it feels like to pull that diaphragm down and using the diaphragm and our breath and our core to create stability in the low back. But also, we're going to use this as a drill to start relaxing the low back muscles after working out or during, and maybe even before, to get those low back muscles start to stretch a little bit, and then learn to actually turn off, which for a lot of people they've been chronically kind of tight and turned on for a long time. So in this position, we're in this kind of quadruped position here, and then we have our knees about shoulder width apart, and then our feet matching our knees maybe a little bit closer together. Then from here, we'll come down onto our elbows, and we're just going to start to sit back until we start to feel a little bit of tension in that low back, and we feel our low back start to finally arch a little bit, like right there. Now from here, we're just going to relax, and then we're going to take some big breaths in through our nose, and then let it fall out of our mouth. Now we want to feel that low back starting to expand. I'm wearing a belt. I can feel when I breathe in through my nose that 360 degrees in the low back, in the sides, and in the front, that I'm pushing my abdominal contents and like my diaphragm, feeling that expand into my belt, and the belt's even giving some pressure back. And so first thing we do is we just hang out here. We breathe with our low back in that flexed position here, putting some arch, and we can even feel our ribs on our femurs here. Now, again, having this obstruction here in the front into our femurs creates kind of a wall. So again, as we breathe, we start to stretch our upper back, or sorry, our lower back. So again, breath in through the nose here. And you want to kind of almost push your breath down and feel it hit the wall in the front and then expand into that low back. And again, we're trying to maintain a little bit of that arch into that low back as we do this. Good. So every time we breathe, we get a little bit more of a stretch on that low back, those lumbar paraspinals. Again, teaching them to turn off as we use the diaphragm now to descend into that pelvic inlet there and create the stability instead. Again, we should be relaxed as we do this, and it's just a drill to help turn that low back muscles off a little bit. Give it a shot.